Great fight. So leaders from Raidsman and Egon the Marksman. I believe that is a named dude. That's he's named. Point do I start a new playthrough? Generally after I finish Monolith, Corrosive. I try to do all three Crises in Monolith generally. But it depends. Depends on other things too, like how slow it's going. If I have any secondary objectives, like for this campaign, fighting the Chosen, figuring out Chosen strategies is a secondary objective, things like that. Thank you, Biocarbonal, the 2-month resub. Welcome back. Famed Wooden Archer, you think? Famed Buttocks. What does that look like? Perhaps you could provide links in chat. I'm sure that will end well. Alright, we should bring other people who haven't fought in a while. We have a two-handed sword. We're a real brother now. What have we been waiting on over here? Oh, because we're still drunk. We're still drunk all the time. Who are we fooling with this? We're always going to take this. We've been fooling someone for so long. I don't know who it was. It wasn't. We weren't fooling ourselves. We've always going to be taking that. To become a guru. 2 left. This is maybe fooling. All right. I think we should not wear this famed item right now. The raiders love to cut up shields. And probably not the monk. I think we can probably bring Chris. I mean, it depends. It's gonna be a famed fucking marksman, isn't it? And he's gonna just like one-shot a brother. Fine. Who are we ready to lose? Orange? Sister Nobu? Could be good. Egon the Marksman. It was indeed a famed marksman on a fucking hill. It was a 95% too. Marksman's on 1, 2, 3, between 3 and 4 levels of elevation. Thing is, I want a famed crossbow badly because I want to play around with armor penetration. That's actually super good for us. It's a lot of raiders. Need to thin their ranks. Well, I didn't see him if it was a famed crossbow or not. I just... Why am I standing in a fucking pit? How can we possibly start in the same terrain, but we end up in massively negative elevation compared to them. Look, my entire line will be engaging at negative elevation. That looks like a... That is fancy armor. It just looks like a tier 3 crossbow. Thought it was a fancy crossbow. Yeah, it should be good nimble mail then. That's part of the integrity mod, by the way. All marksmen, all enemy marksmen are crossbows, and all crossbows spawn on elevated terrain. Oh. So that's how you can tell this is not an integrity stream. There's a couple non crossbows here. We're actually losing Billy right now, which is part of our long-term game plan, but not our immediate game plan. That's Mora. You know Mora, the one with like 150 bazillion fucking aim? Feels so good. 113 with Determined. Did it, chat. We did it. Adrenaline. It's saving $3.50 on dogs. Best perk. Watch him just have quick foot or whatever, or footwork and walk away. Our archers. Our archers are so good. I mean, this is a fucking Band of Poachers playthrough. They should be this good. This is what you should be. This is what we paid our background cost for. He's guaranteed item weapon armor drop too, right? If we kill him. So what we should do is fuck his day up. I agree. I agree. Nobody looks pissed. I guess she always looks pissed in that outfit, but you know. You lost one of your determined poachers? Feels pretty bad, man. What is that dagger? The whole fucking team resurrected over there. I don't want to repair the whole thing from scratch, but I don't want to kill somebody with this ridiculous puncturing. You fucking kidding me right now? Oh man. Single-handedly gave out 3 wounds. Did like a 50 damage like puncture stab there. Alright, got the crossbow though. Although it is not a famed item. 150 for 15. The value. Alright. We'll go look at how valuable that is. I'm pretty sure the value on that is very high. Yeah, so 1 hit with that dagger did 51 damage to Super Kama Guru. And 1 hit with the dagger over here did 47 damage to Darple. Darple has Colossus, has 90 fucking HP. Or 37 anyways, excuse me. Yeah, if he had double punctured, you probably would have killed him. So let's take a look. What is our 150? Normal 150 is 18. This is 15. So we got 3 points of fatigue back. So that's nice. And we've got 5 to 7 days sitting out. 3 to 4 days. And 3 to 4 days. God damn. Okay. Inventory's full. Still, it's kind of nice to find a dude. Fame counter increased. That's true. Why do I feel like this overall fame change was a nerf? I thought the point was to make the fames better. A wolf skin on armor? Yeah, we will. This one 10% of the time steals an item from you when you take that camp. Is that crazy? That's a fact, chat. You can quote me. Filthy robot. Posted on Reddit. Okay. Nobody that was patched in the one of the more recent versions of it. Jarek fixed that one. All right, so nobody's gonna sit. Bring Dang Newbie. Darple's gonna sit. Need to bring our guys we're leveling. Is there a Necro in this one? There's not, right? It's just the Lone Heroes and Geis. 10 Geis. That's a lot of Geis. Why does the monk not have this skill already? Okay. It's always Reddit hate. I had nothing against Reddit in general. Let's take a look. Weapon there. No, not on you, on you. Sure. Bring the bandit that you're about to replace, maybe. Half my front line is injured now from that. Where's my other mega? Oh, here. Is this even way less than the other shields? This is 11. What does this shield weigh? 14. I guess it does. Okay. We'd like one more back rank damage dealer. 253 got damaged. You're a nimble brother. Wear your nimble gear. Don't look at me strangely. Put it on. And you took a crossbow shot? No, you got attacked in the middle. 240, 260. Need like a 220. That looks good. Okay. Can we just do this with 5? Probably should bring 6. Any of these things not affect us? That one does. That one does. That one does. Could bring an archer. But I don't think we will. I think we'll bring this. Okay. You could bring a different type of mace. That mace, for example. No, but you can hold it, but not swing it. Okay. Is there any reason we have to wait till not night for this? Get slight damage boost off this if we want to. Oh, I wanted these spread out a bit more. Right. Do you remember when I spent all that time setting up to deal with 10 guys? I brought all the whips and didn't bring any archers and said I could take it at night. I remember that. It was a good time. Feels like, you know, we have a scouting mod. In addition to that, we are the band of poachers, which reveals the types of enemies we'll be fighting. Those are the good old days, weren't they? I guess we'll take another moment and change our spec around again. We did fight that ridiculous archer. You should definitely watch the VOD if you're interested, Clever Fool, because the archer was absurd. Started on 4 levels of elevation with the crossbow, the tier 3 crossbow, 95% attack roll on its first roll, which did ridiculous amounts of piercing damage. We did eventually close in on melee with it, and it pulled out a dagger and almost killed 2 brothers with the fucking dagger. Would highly recommend watching that. Oh, I went there. It's the wrong tile. This is like the... This fog is the one that guarantees to give you a migraine by the end of the fight. Oh, it was exactly a brigand. It was a brigand marksman on steroids by a lot. It had 30% puncture rolls, and the puncture hit us for, I think, 51. You know, just in case you wanted to lose a brother from nowhere, to just double 20% roll in melee from a ranged unit. No pressure. What is this cliff? This cliff is a troll cliff. It looks like it's super good for our engagement because it is, but it will make the engagement take twice as long because there's no surface area for the zombies to deploy. Gotta be careful if that one eats. We might lose. It's benefit of a three-headed flail. Has 3 heads. Turns out the math says that at around 50% attack rate, three rolls beats 1 roll at plus 20. Presumably it could also do some morale things. We'll be trying the morale things. I'm not holding out for those to be actually very good. The megas is just about accuracy. Who's ever seen a fallen hero? Have you ever seen a fallen hero without a hat? Better not crash the game, you little shit. Okay. Another round to kill him, it looks like. It's the only reason why I'm bringing archers. I don't even recommend archers in this fight particularly. It's just that I don't want this guy crashing the game, and I'm worried that he will. How they crash the game? I don't know. We've only seen it happen once. One time in a zombie fight, when converting to tier 3, it crashed for us. Don't know why. Never seen it before. Hoping to never see it again. But don't want to take chances if I can avoid it. So who's ever seen a fallen hero? Oh, it's an arming sword. Never mind, I was going to say that was a noble sword. But it wasn't. Hello, poker faces. How's it going? Been on the filthy whiskey all day. Oh, that made me want whiskey. I didn't have whiskey last night, right, chat? No, last night I worked super late. I think it is Sunday, right? Isn't that the day of rest? Isn't the only proper way to rest with whiskey? I don't know of that. I don't know that for certain. I think I'm right though. All my brothers just seem to miss. Are they supposed to do that? I feel like they're not supposed to do that. Nanabu has the correct... Oh, goodbye! Enjoy your trip. Pushing things off ledges is one of the hidden joys of BattleBrothers. The enemy AI knows all about it, but often players don't. Damn it. Needs a little bit more stamina. This build only like kind of half works. I was waiting for that guy to come back. This is a 15%er. 15% chance of famed items. All we have to do is murder the undead. Which I can live with. And wait for him to go. That way I can bash him afterwards. Keep the debuff on him. I could, you know, disarm him. I guess that's reasonable. Bit me. What a bastard. What's that noise? It was like a laser. I think I know that noise. They shouldn't get reach advantage. That's a bug. Tweeted it overhype. When you disarm them, they should not get reach advantage. They're not using a two-handed weapon. Reach advantage even says in the tooltip description that if you swap that weapon out, you cannot keep the defensive bonus. In other words, the zombies are cheating, and I want them reported to Reddit immediately. Just putting that out there. No! Adrenaline, I go before that. Before that. God damn it. Alright. $15%er. Nice roll. Alright. Grab our stuff. Ah, we can't. Gotta sort it. Sort it by value. What do we not need? Well, that's worth a hell of a lot. That's garbage. These are garbage. Those are garbage. That's garbage. These are garbage. Those are garbage. Okay. I think it's a slight improvement, the other one. Where do you get 14 arrow quivers? You fight unholds. I think it's either variant, but definitely the weaker variant has, and you get their hides, and you go to a taxidermist, and you get 14ers. 16.6, a necro savant. I don't believe that. Let's see what's actually in there. Oh, it's exactly what it said this time. Levels? No. Levels? Yes. Levels? No. Alright, we would like these guys for this fight, really, but they're going to be wounded for all of time because they accidentally stood near a brigand with a fucking dagger. I think at this point in the game we'd be able to handle a brigand with the dagger, but you would be wrong. Why do I keep the level ups? Because we're acquiring a fame gear and a couple of the builds really would just like a famed weapon to go with them. So like this one is just missing a weapon spec. I don't have to weapon spec right now. Everything else would stay the same. Some of them are because I'm not entirely certain what I'm doing with this one yet. I suspect this guy might end up a duelist, but he may not. Depends if I ever find a duelist weapon. So it determines whether or not I take things like Brawny versus, like Battleforge versus Nimble, which requires either Brawny or Colossus, or for example, if I'm going to take Gifted or if I'm going to take Quick Hands, this type of shit. So it's basically when I'm to a point where I don't have to have the point assigned right now and I'm acquiring things I can't predict, then I don't always want my points assigned. Same deal. The high dude with 2 points unassigned is this guy, right? So the 2 points are weapon spec and either Gifted or Duelist, right? So if we find a Duelist weapon, I can take Duelist plus a weapon spec. Ancient Undead, right? You have 120 HP, Kex. The last roll, I took Colossus on you last. I wish I hadn't. I wish I'd taken 4 more resolve instead of 4 HP on you, but it's okay. End results mostly alright. It's a little bit light on damage for this fight. Do I have a +4 patch somewhere? Do. Is this way? 42. And then we're missing something better here. Billy does not have enough armor on. So 300 repaired right now? It is. Fuck, I hate putting that in Billy. Billy is gonna die here sooner or later. A number of us are rooting for sooner, myself included. Alright. This team looks special. Ace, hammer, axe, axe. Alright, this fight's going to be harder than it needs to be just because of the team we're bringing. Okay. What's the bluish background on aura on items signify? Blindness. That you're slowly going blind. And if you don't immediately do something about it, you may lose your eyesight permanently. Right. This is gonna be a weird fight. Some of them are famed items. Some of them are unique items. Orange is like unique. Blue is famed, or the other way around. Blue is unique and orange is famed. It's color coding, WoW style. There are 20 undead in this forest, and they all came south, and I predicted most of them would go north. So it's a little awkward. And there's a Necro Savant. Teleporting around being a pain. It's fine. If you're into that kind of thing. Oh, that's the monk. Questionable about the monk. No, don't just hit him in the head once and let him live. Hey, Billy's feeling confident. Still confident. Yeah. Is it time for orange to go down? Find out shortly. Next time? No, that's just trolling. They're swarming Kex. The Kex wants to be swarmed. He loves being swarmed. This is his favorite thing to do. You know how frustrated that Necro Savant is? You know what we'll do since he's low? We'll stand him next to a cleaver. See what happens. Test his metal. Get Kex to overwatch for him. Okay. Ooh. Okay, well, I mean the taunt's still good as long as they don't take that tile. But if, for example, next turn he walks to there, and there's no tiles around Kex, and the taunt is canceled. And then he just gets to double attack him and kill him. So I'm not saying that's going to happen. But if that were to happen, that'd be unfortunate. So we can make room, maybe. Depends where it is. Nope. Can't make room there. We could rotate there and walk away. Nope. Tried for it though. Oh, headshot and a miss. It's fine. Out of range. We have to walk to there to rally. Okay. Let's just leave this guy at one hit shit. Can we stop that? Also, I need to back him up so I can leave a space for the taunt. I didn't do it. There's probably a reason for that. The reason is sometimes hard to see if you're new to the game. Very easy to miss is what I'm getting at. Yeah, you don't really want to stand there quite as much as you are. So that's poison gas, and that guy's got a sword, and swords have plus accuracy. Someone should disarm that. Do you actually have another disarm over here? It's right there. Now, if I push him, he can walk back and attack. So I don't think that's the play. But this is his turn. Rip Orange. That's too bad he had a fancy hat on him. It's too bad. Okay. Yep. Kex avenged him, but that's from that knockback. That turn where they knocked our taunt away and let him swing was pretty brutal. We kind of wanted to cycle that character because that character was an early game build, one of our nimble brothers, but I like to control when my brothers die, not just reactively be like, yeah, it's fine he died, because it is fine he died. It's a pretty low value brother overall. I didn't like how his build turned out either, but still, we should mourn him appropriately. Have a toast in his name. Or have some toast in his name, one or the other. Maybe the hat dropped. That could be good. With whiskey? I don't know about with whiskey. I mean, we're at 19 people, right? So we do need a little bit of space to keep recruiting good brothers. This is definitely the type of timing that we'd like to get rid of him. Maybe we would have liked to have preferred to have done it in an orc camp. So we do want to make sure we have enough frontline brothers. What is he doing? Going to run? Enough frontline brothers to handle orc camps coming up. I'm pretty sure I can't make that shot. Doesn't a tree directly across from you block the polearm attack? I'm like 99.9% certain. This one doesn't. Don't most other trees do that? That one blocks it. Clip it and send it to Reddit. That'd probably be reported. I think this is like calling to tell someone that like you've been robbed of your pot deal went bad and you've been robbed. Like I think there's limited benefit you're gonna get out of that. So this is our own fault. I predicted them going to the north and missed this big open south part. So this is why we got overwhelmed as we did on the southern part. And actually, it was fine until they knocked us back. The taunt would have, the mega would have kept them alive with taunt, but probably could have worked a little bit harder to save him. But I do get in that mentality. I'm like, this brother's not that good. We shouldn't work that hard to save him. If he were to die right now, he had a happy life, a good home. He's going to a better place. I know. I don't think we should be that upset. Double headshots with the whip. Rip Orange Nimble Mace. May your hat live on in our hearts and in our inventories. And the mace. And we have taken these spoons in your name. And the company will eat soup. So we've got that going for us. See what happens. Sell some shit. 277 looks pretty bad. He left us on soup night. And this soup will always remind us of him until we're out of soup, which will be momentarily.
A kind gesture.
I want these pikes. Been donated at. Deminimize that again. Oops. There we go. Orange. Insert eulogy here. Indeed. I was just giving a eulogy. You interrupted your own death with a donation about your death. Poor guy. Now I've forgotten what I was going to say, and we're going to have to move on. I think the take home was you are a valued member of the community.